Mystery in the dark. In the quiet corners of the world, there are mysteries that remain cloaked in shadows, stories that never see the light of day, and secrets whispered only in darkness. Mystery in the Dark invites you to journey into those hidden realms where the ordinary world fades and the unknown begins. Imagine walking down a deserted street at midnight, the fog curling around the lampposts, each shadow seeming to watch, waiting. In every creak of a floorboard, every rustle of leaves, there is a story, a hint, a fragment of truth that has eluded discovery. Around the world, countless incidents have been reported where ordinary places suddenly become stages for inexplicable events. From remote rural towns to bustling cities, people have shared chilling encounters that defy rational explanation. Some speak of unexplainable lights flickering in abandoned buildings, objects moving without cause, or a sudden cold presence that cannot be traced. Paranormal investigators have long documented these phenomena, using advanced technology to detect anomalies in temperature, electromagnetic fields, and even sound frequencies that are imperceptible to the human ear. According to recent reports, some of the most studied locations include old castles in Europe, long-forgotten psychiatric hospitals, and underground tunnels in major cities, each holding secrets that span centuries. In many cases, historical records reveal that these sites were once the backdrop of tragedies, intense emotions, or unexplained disappearances, all contributing to their reputation as places where the veil between the known and unknown thins. But mysteries in the dark are not only physical, they are psychological. Human perception is highly sensitive to fear and uncertainty. Our minds are wired to notice patterns and detect threats, even where none exist. That is why many haunted experiences have rational explanations. A draft causing a door to slam, an old pipe rattling, or a shadow cast in just the right way. Yet despite scientific efforts to explain, there remain encounters that stubbornly resist analysis. Some of these events have been recorded on video or in audio form, showing movements and sounds with no clear source. Witnesses describe feelings of being watched, sudden drops in temperature, and inexplicable sensations that leave them shaken. Experts suggest that cultural expectations play a role, as stories of ghosts, spirits, and entities influence how we interpret ambiguous stimuli. A dark room can become a stage where the imagination conjures figures, and the line between reality and perception blurs. In folklore, darkness has always been a powerful metaphor. It represents the unknown, the hidden, the subconscious. Across cultures, stories of beings that emerge in the dark, whether protective spirits, malevolent entities, or mysterious forces, permeate history, hinting at a universal fascination and fear of what lies unseen. In the United States, for instance, local legends often center around old houses, forests, and abandoned mines. These tales blend documented events with oral traditions, creating a rich tapestry of mystery that continues to intrigue researchers and enthusiasts alike. Some experts argue that such tales serve as cautionary tools, teaching lessons about safety, morality, or respect for the unknown, while others note that they reflect deep human curiosity and the desire to explore what defies understanding. Technology has expanded our ability to document and investigate these dark mysteries. High-resolution cameras, thermal imaging, and motion sensors allow researchers to capture anomalies in ways that were once impossible. In some cases, what was once dismissed as imagination has gained credibility through repeated, consistent evidence, although skepticism remains a cornerstone of rigorous investigation. The thrill of mystery lies in its ambiguity. Unlike a puzzle with a clear solution, the enigmas found in the dark resist simple answers. They challenge our perception, our understanding, and sometimes even our courage. For viewers and enthusiasts, there is a unique allure in wondering, what if? What if there is something beyond the physical world we navigate every day? What if stories whispered in the dark hold kernels of truth that science has yet to uncover? In recent years, social media platforms and online forums have amplified these stories, connecting witnesses, skeptics, and researchers from across the globe. Video clips go viral, photographs are analyzed frame by frame, and debates ensue about authenticity. In many cases, the discussion itself becomes part of the mystery, illustrating how communal curiosity fuels the human need to explore the unknown. Psychological studies suggest that encountering a mystery, especially one that involves perceived danger or the unexplained, triggers heightened attention, emotional arousal, and memory retention. In simpler terms, mysteries in the dark captivate the mind because they challenge us, frighten us, and make us wonder all at once. Some of the most compelling investigations involve cold cases, disappearances, or unsolved crimes. When details are scarce and evidence incomplete, imagination fills the gaps, and the darkness becomes a metaphorical as well as literal space of uncertainty. Detectives, historians, and researchers comb through archives, interview witnesses, and use forensic technology in attempts to uncover truths hidden in shadows. But even with meticulous documentation, some questions remain unanswered, reminding us that not all mysteries have solutions, and some secrets are destined to remain in the dark. Cultural interpretations also shape how we perceive darkness. In Japan, for example, the concept of yurei refers to spirits lingering due to unresolved matters, often appearing in shadows or at night. In Mexico, the tradition of Días de los Muertos honors ancestors and recognizes that death is a continuum rather than an absolute end. Across cultures, the dark is both feared and revered, a space where ordinary life intersects with the extraordinary. Scientific inquiry, meanwhile, continues to probe the limits of what we understand. Researchers in physics, neurology, and psychology examine phenomena ranging from near-death experiences to unexplainable auditory and visual perceptions. While many events eventually are attributed to environmental or neurological causes, the persistent reports that resist explanation highlight the boundaries of our knowledge and the human drive to seek answers. The darkness, both literal and metaphorical, becomes a canvas for storytelling. Authors, filmmakers, and game designers draw on the tension and suspense inherent in shadows to craft narratives that grip audiences and leave lasting impressions. This creative exploration mirrors the real-world intrigue, showing that whether for entertainment or investigation, the human fascination with mystery is enduring. Ultimately, mystery in the dark reminds us of our place in a vast, complex, and sometimes inexplicable universe. It challenges us to look beyond the obvious, to question what we see and hear, and to embrace the unknown, not with fear alone, but with curiosity and wonder. While some mysteries may never be solved, their presence enriches our imagination, teaching us that not all truths are simple, and some stories are meant to be felt as much as understood. As you consider the shadows in your own life, remember that mystery can be a source of inspiration, reflection, and awe, and that the dark, while often unsettling, holds the potential for discovery, revelation, and perhaps a touch of magic. And that's something worth remembering when you next step into a space where the familiar fades and the unknown begins to whisper its secrets.